Make your life work. Make your life happen. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fuck It! And it stands for the fittest underdog guru, legally driving with his camera in place. And I use intelligent tactics like that. There's a good example. All right, guys, make it work, make it happen. What are we talking about? Okay, so we're talking about everyday life, right? You got your plan, you got dreams, you got hopes, you got things to do, right? And the thing is that to make it all work, right? To make to build the body of your dreams, to achieve the goals you have for yourself professionally, the goals you have for yourself personally, to get things in order for yourself, you got to make it work. And that doesn't necessarily mean that there's an easy to go template that's going to make it all easy for you, although there are systems and there's ways to abide by them in almost, dare I say, a legalistic manner where it's just so regimented, right? And the thing is that every system has flaws, but it also has safeguards, and it'll keep you on track to where you need to be. For instance, if you have issues with your finances, it's a good idea, if you were in a job that does not deduct taxes, to have taxes deducted or put aside, right? If you can make that automated, then you don't miss the money. And when tax time comes, you're not going to have a big tax bill, right? You're going to be ready for it. That's a lesson I've learned. And it's a system where some people will tell you, well, if you keep that money yourself and you're disciplined, then your money can earn interest for you. You can make money with your money before you give it to good old Uncle Sam. And that's true, but a lot of people don't have that discipline. So you set up safeguards so that you will have the funds when you need them, just like any savings account or a retirement plan. Some people just don't have that discipline because they're going to rob Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. And what you got to think about is, what is your temperament? Where are your strengths? Where are your weaknesses? And what could you be doing better by having systems, having things automated? And yeah, it may not be perfect or ideal, but it could just work for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you want to get stronger in those areas and have a little bit more fiscal responsibility and discipline, and you're in that place, then have at it. And those principles are great. But for a lot of folks, it's not a good idea because most people aren't that disciplined or responsible or have the education to do so, and nor have they sought the self-education. Because I'm always a big believer in you can always be better than you were yesterday. At least in the United States, we've been afforded all of those opportunities in various parts of the world as well. But definitely speaking to North American fans and viewers of this content, you have to work. If you talk to anybody, if you're lucky enough to have some successful people in your life, you might be a little shy to ask questions. I talked about this before. It's in my book, A Trainer's Dozen, about how when I grew up, I've always had the belief that asking questions showed weakness. It showed that you didn't know what you're talking about and you look dumb. And so years later, I'm in the personal training business, and I'm training multi-million-dollar company-owning clients, right? CEOs and whatnot. Very smart and very accomplished people in their various industries. And they asked me a ton of questions, and it all started to click. I'm like, wait a minute. All of the people I know that have really got it together and are very successful, they don't act like they have it all together. They're always asking questions. And I said, wait a minute, I think I have this backwards. So I changed my game and I became a person that asks questions. That's a sure path to being better than you were yesterday and getting more work done, getting it done efficiently as well, because when you're in that community of other high achievers or people that are striving for something, there's a lot of support, because it can be a lonely walk, and a lot of people won't share that for fear that you may not believe in their vision, their dreams, or the things they're trying to do. And so they're very careful about who they share it with, because there tends to be a lot of hate and backlash once you start to kind of show some success, right? You start to do better. So making it work, make it happen. Making it happen, it's a matter of you deciding what's most important to you. You know, prioritizing your day. That's why writing things down, making a goal list, and then what you need to achieve and by when is so critical to you actually seeing things change and things happen in your life. So if you don't do that, I encourage you now. You don't need a formula. You don't need anything more than a basic piece of paper, or do it in your phone and write down what your goals are. Have an end date to them. Have a roadmap to get there. If you don't know what that roadmap should look like and what a realistic time of achievement is, then there's a lot of information on Google. Like I said, Google's my mother now. My mom's been gone now for 13 or so years. So Google becomes your mother, and you can always ask her if you don't have the people around you that have shown success in the areas that you'd like to see success in. You also have, for one of the first times in history, access to just about every celebrity, guru, whatnot on one of the social media platforms. You can send them direct messages. You can tag them in your messages. And you'd be surprised, either they'll answer you, or somebody in the community will answer you that's closer to that person that you're trying to reach for information. So the only excuse you have for not achieving what you want in your life is your willingness to work and to seek out the right answers by asking questions. Never stop asking. There's no stupid questions. Like, share, subscribe, kids. I'll talk to you again soon.